Jai Shri Ram. The word we are learning is to vulgarize something. What does it mean to vulgarize? The act of making something vulgar. That means not suitable, not dignified, not beautiful. The example: he ended the concert with a rush through Chopin's heroic polonaise that only succeeded in vulgarizing the piece, so damaging it, spoiling it. Uh, and one more meaning: the act of making something better known and understood by ordinary people. So they concentrated on preventing these basic truths from being vulgarized and simplified. So, vulgar means base, crude. Now let's look at some more. Vulgar means base, unrefined, crude. Okay. Vulgar also has the other meaning: obscene, foul language, indelicate, boothulu. Some more examples. Hamilton's unique difference is that his success seems to recall a time when Formula One was mainly about brilliant driving, before it became vulgarized by scandal and ridiculous amounts of money. Okay, it became vulgarized. Have the changes she has made enlivened a stodgy magazine? Stodgy, dull, boring, jejune, immature. Stodgy can also describe food that is heavy and will put you to sleep, sort of. Have the changes she has made enlivened a stodgy magazine or vulgarized a dignified one? Okay. Has it enlivened or vulgarized? Okay, good. Sex is vulgarized in rock music, commercialized on TV, trivialized in the movies. Interesting, isn't it? Sex is vulgarized in rock music, commercialized on television, trivialized in the movies. Now, let's examine this word vulgar, vulgarian. Other inflections are there. Vulgarian, Vulgarian. A vulgarian means a person who makes an ostentatious display of wealth and is often poorly educated or lacking in refinement. Boorish behavior. Vulgarian means who makes a display of his wealth, he is poorly educated and lacks refinement. So the synonyms of a vulgarian are boor, oaf, lout, yokel, hillbilly, boorish character. A Philistine, Philistine. A Philistine is perhaps the worst kind of a vulgarian. A Philistine means a person who has no intellectual or aesthetic or spiritual interests. That is a Philistine, Philistine, Tine. Philistinism is very common. Philistinism, you see, people with a lot of money, they may have money, but they are very crude. They have no refinement, no intellectual interest, no aesthetic interest, no spiritual interest. They just have a lot of money and they start living like pigs. So piggish behavior, hoggish behavior. So vulgarian also means a vulgar person, one who is rich and who has only pretensions of good taste, pretensions of good breeding. Uh, he is wealthy, prominent, and pretensions of good breeding. You will find many politicians are like that. Many business people are like that, who have inherited some business and they are rich, and they are prominent also, they are popular also, but they have pretensions. Now the word pretension means, pretending to be. Pretension, pretension. Pretension is a claim to something. uh, a writer's pretensions to journalistic detachment, a claim to something such as a skill or a profession. uh, so advancing such a claim. So some people, unwarranted assumption that one is deserving of merit or behavior indicative of such an assumption. Pretentiousness, it is an unwarranted assumption that one is deserving of merit and honor. That is a pretension. Pretension has the word pretend in it. So a vulgarian is a person who has pretensions of good taste and good breeding, and this is mentioned even in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna ridicules such people. These are people who claim that I come from such a family, my family name, some Kulamu and Jati. Remember, caste does not exist in Hinduism. Please stop using the word caste. Okay. So these are Adyopi Janavanasmi. That is the phrase in Bhagavad Gita. So let's look at the thesaurus. Vulgarian, one who makes a vulgar display of wealth, an unpleasant kind of person, Vulgarian is unpleasant, a coarse and obnoxious person, very slobby, slob, slob, slovenly, barbarian, boor, a churl, philistine, yahoo, slob. Please make a note. Slob, slob. Slob means a person who is very shabby, crude, and obnoxious, uh, unattractive, lazy, slobby character. Okay, boorish, very slovenly, a litter lout, litter bug, litterer, a person who litters public places, a slovenly woman, a slattern, a trollop, a vulgarian, litter lout. You see, Litter, litter lout. A person who tends to drop refuse in public places, litter bug, litter louts. So these are all vulgarians. So some more examples. Not even the threat of a belligerent vulgarian. Belligerent vulgarians are everywhere. Yes. Their doom is predicted in D. Francis' Perfect Stoneface and so's worldly vulgarian. Worldly vulgarians, yes, yes. That's a nice phrase. Most of these vulgarians are extremely worldly. Worldly vulgarians. Both personify the manipulation of naivety and innocence. Okay. Vulgarians are everywhere. Vulgarians are everywhere. This is a nice example. This finding can serve as a nice empirical middle finger from vulgarians everywhere, directed at those who had until now been unfairly judging them for their linguistic abilities. Okay, so this is a nice empirical middle finger. So you must look at the word vulgar actually. Vulgar means lacking in cultivation, perception, or taste. Lacking in taste, coarse, morally crude. Vulgar can mean morally crude, undeveloped, unregenerate, gross. Vulgar can mean pretentious, ostentatious, or excessive in expenditure or display. Vulgar can mean offensive in language, using expletives, boothlu, earthy, lewd, Lewd, lewdly or profanely indecent. Offensive in language, profanely indecent. Okay. Vulgar can also mean generally used, applied, or accepted, understood in or having the ordinary sense. They reject the vulgar conceptions. To reject the vulgar conception. So, vernacular, vulgar name of a plant, the vernacular, that means the local name. Okay. Vulgar can also mean the plebeian, the common man, the vulgar opinion of the time. The vulgar opinion means the general current opinion, public opinion, typical, ordinary, vulgarly. So, vulgar can mean the public opinion. Vulgar means public opinion, the vulgar opinion. Plebeian, common people. Of course, in Roman times, these plebes, a member of the plebe, common people. So the general populace were called the plebes, the common people of ancient Rome. So today the word plebeian means the general public, the common people, and the word vulgar adjective describes the common public. Vulgar means the public. So the vulgar opinion of the people, vulgar opinion of the time, right? So we have discussed this vulgar. Vulgar language is offensive, profanely indecent, lewd, right? Scandalizing, extremely salacious language. Okay. A scurrilous language, yes, scurrilous. You can make a note of that. Scurrilous. Scurrilous language means coarse language, vulgar. I'll make a mnemonic for you. Look at the sound of this word scurrilous. It looks like curry and lassi. So imagine somebody has gone to a dhaba and he is ordering curry, some curry, vegetable curry, chicken curry, and lassi, and he's abusing that fellow. Hey, leke aa rahe teri bahin ki, de tu re teri maa ki. So this is scurrilous language. So that's a mnemonic. Scurrilous language means given to using foul language, coarse language, vulgar. Scurrilous impostors who used a religious exterior to rob poor people. Scurrilous impostors containing obscenities, abuse, or slander. Scurrilous accusations, obscenity, scurrilously, scurrilousness. Scurrilous dialogues in movies, scurrilous lines. obscenities, containing obscenities, abuse or slander, scurrilous language, scurrilous accusations. So by now you have realized acquiring a vocabulary is quite tough, but I think if you begin to enjoy it, then you will reap the benefits later on in your life, because being able to speak good English is itself a passport to success. Jai Shri Ram.